toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Colligan, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Arenas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Might be changing the route. They'll try the toss to the left. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. From the gun, running back on the move.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, putting in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job in the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitch man one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Going on, fourth down.
Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. They've got the screen set up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
What a nice job getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack, making sure he didn't have time to buy some more space, and he almost grabbed him and pulled him into the end zone. He almost got 2 points and a safety.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From his end zone, he'll go up top. It's on target and complete. Oh, he's got some space. Continues to fight for yards. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rolling right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick release by the QB. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Unloads quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Man, that is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The throw. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
To the air on second down. Makes the catch. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels!
I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to...
There he goes. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Arenas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The option look. He breaks a tackle. Now the toss. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Now the play fake. Looking for a deep man. Finds a spot in the middle. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Try to get it to the edge. Finds a little space. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room. None to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say,
oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back.
Good job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure coming. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, they're after him. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
Forced out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Fires to the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. To throw again. Under fire. Complete to the left. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
28, Penn State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Arenas. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Leaves it with the back. Quick step and go. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Off the play fake on first down. Using the quick game. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Send the tight end in motion. With jet sweep pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Addison. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll go to the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. Just don't want to make a big mistake here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes his shot. Complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
One more snap coming before halftime. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll ride his man on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Oh, he got loose. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Addison. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Makes the grab on the left.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack there.
Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
the bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Got his man quickly. Turning it on. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the catch. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in.
Ole Miss 36, Penn State 20.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got him downfield. He's in open space downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play anthem set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got the back over the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That little swing pass to the right was high percentage, low productivity.
And you see this a lot in college football. This is like a run now. This is an outside run. I'm going to dump it to the running back really quickly to try to get him on the perimeter in space. It didn't work. The defense was ready for it, came up and made a nice tackle. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got the first down and more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Crosses the 40. Busts through behind his pad. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on the move. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. A run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4 to...
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Number 12, set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea breaks into the open. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
The Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play.
He'll take a shot. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Firm firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did it.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this offense has had a good day. And more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season. Bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Good enough for first down.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Hit as he throws. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete.